Welcome to Dr. Kush tutorials. In this tutorial, we are going to learn on the various types of embryonic hemoglobin. To start with, human hemoglobin can be broadly categorized into three groups. The first group to occur is embryonic hemoglobin. It is closely followed by fetal hemoglobin, and lastly we have adult hemoglobin. In this tutorial, we are going to deal with embryonic hemoglobin. It was first discovered in 1961. It can be abbreviated as HbE. It is found in the human embryo and human fetuses. It occurs from the third week after conception and runs until the third week, also known as mesoblastic stage. It is synthesized in the blood islands found in the embryonic yolk sac. HbE, like all other types of hemoglobin, is a tetramer composed of 4 globin chains. There are various types of embryonic hemoglobin, and they include HbE GOA1, HbE GOA2, and HbE Portland 1. These three types of embryonic hemoglobin are common and are found in human embryos and fetuses. There's another type of embryonic hemoglobin known as HbE Portland 2. This is a rare type of embryonic hemoglobin and is mostly associated with alpha thalassemia. On GOA1, it can also be abbreviated as HbE GOA1. It is the first embryonic hemoglobin to occur during embryonic life. It is composed of 2 zeta chains and 2 epsilon chains. It is important I mention that zeta chains are the precursor globin chains of alpha chains, while epsilons are the precursor globin chains of gamma, beta, and delta chains. HbE GOA1 is relatively unstable, meaning it can easily break down. On GOA2, it can also be abbreviated as HbE GOA2. It exists in low levels during embryonic and fetal life. It is composed of 2 alpha chains and 2 epsilon chains. It is also unstable, although it's much stable compared to GOA1 and HbS. HbS is a type of hemoglobin abnormality. The other type of embryonic hemoglobin is known as Portland 1. This type can be abbreviated as HbE Portland 1. It also exists in low levels during embryonic and fetal life. It is composed of 2 zeta chains and 2 gamma chains. Like other forms of embryonic hemoglobin, it is also unstable. Lastly, we have Portland 2. It can also be abbreviated as HbE Portland 2. This type of embryonic hemoglobin is rare, although it may occur in extreme cases of alpha thalassemia. Like other forms of embryonic hemoglobin, it also exists at low levels during embryonic and fetal life. It is composed of 2 zeta chains and 2 beta chains. Compared to other forms of embryonic hemoglobin, this type of embryonic hemoglobin is the most unstable. On genetics of globin chains, it's important we learn that genes that encode for hemoglobin molecules occur in 2 clusters. One is from chromosome 11 and the other one is from chromosome 16. It is important I mention that hemoglobin molecules have a similar structural design, and by this I mean they have 4 globin chains and each globin chain has a heme part. Despite this similarity, hemoglobin molecules differ in terms of oxygen affinity and allosteric effectors. In addition to this, hemoglobin molecules have ontogeny, and by this I mean some hemoglobin molecules will occur during embryonic life, others will occur during fetal life, and others will occur during adult life. To date, there are 7 possible globin chain combinations that may give rise to different hemoglobin molecules, although some hemoglobin molecules are expressed more than others. This table summarizes the formation of different hemoglobin molecules. From chromosome 11, we can get 4 different types of globin chains, and these are epsilon chain, gamma chain, beta chain, or delta chain. From chromosome 16, we can get zeta chain or alpha chain. A combination of 2 zeta chain and 2 epsilon chain will give rise to HBE GOA1, while a combination of 2 zeta chain and 2 gamma chain will give rise to HBE Portland 1. A combination of 2 zeta chain and 2 beta chain will give rise to HBE Portland 2, while a combination of 2 alpha chain and 2 epsilon chain will give rise to HBE GOA2. Those 4 types of hemoglobin fall under embryonic hemoglobin. We only have one type of fetal hemoglobin, that is HbF, that emanate from a combination of 2 alpha chains and 2 gamma chains. On adult hemoglobin, there are 2, that is HbA1 and HbA2. HbA1 emanate from a combination of 2 alpha chain and 2 beta chain, while HbA2 emanate from a combination of 2 alpha chain and 2 delta chains. This marks the end of this tutorial. If you find it educative, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thank you.